Waiting for. Hey, YouTube. Welcome. Hello. Facebook, welcome. Welcome to Africa Awaits. Uh, welcome to Africa Awaits. How you doing, cousin? Welcome to Africa Awaits. This is Travel and Repatriation. We are on a mission. The motherland is calling us home. Mama is calling us home because we were only born in this United States, but we are from the motherland, Africa, and we will be exploring all the countries that we may have come from and look at the beauty, discover the beauty of the continent. So I want to welcome you all. My name is Gloria. People call me Glo, people call me Miss G, depending on when you met me. But I am here. I am an avid traveler. I am a 50 plus traveler. I am a solo traveler. And I have fell in love with the continent of Africa and just exploring it. So I thank y'all for coming on the journey with me. So tonight, again, Africa is the gift that keeps on giving. And I am so excited about that. So excited. So we're going to talk about Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is in West Africa. It is a landlocked country. It's sitting next to Togo because we were talking about what country were we talking about yesterday? Um, but it borders all of um, all of the near Ghana, near Nigeria, um, and the country is one of the fastest country on the rise, and it is because of its fearless leader that everyone has his name in their mouth. Okay, he is turning it out. He is only 36 years old. He is the youngest president in the world. And he is handling business and he not afraid of nobody. He is laser focused. He kicked the French out. He said, "Get out my country. All of y'all. Like wrap it up, out." No, 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 no. I'm serious. Wrap it up, out. And the French, oh my, what are you talking about? And he said, I said what I said. Get out this country. I don't need your money. We will handle it. And this guy has handled it in 2 years. Where there is, so the other African country leaders are looking real crazy right now because they have been in the traditional sense of, just the bureaucracy of the BS. Please let me be a leader. Then when they get in leadership, they think that leadership is just being above high and not leading the country. And Captain Ibrahim, his name is Captain Ibrahim Trador, okay? And he's 36 years old. He'll be 37 this year. And he was put into power after, unfortunately, they assassinated the last president, all the presidents. They used the coups that, and I always have the tea for y'all. They always got the coups. Why? Because the colonizers continue to want control. So they come in as, oh, we're here to help you. We're going to send our military forces in to help you. But they always get attacked. But the French army keep their weapons, uh, but the Burkina people have to give their weapons back to the neighboring countries that let them borrow the weapons that they were using to fight. And Captain Ibrahim said, "Nah, something ain't right. Something ain't right. The French swear they're here to protect us, but we always getting attacked, and they're comfortably nowhere around, but we're getting attacked. Something not right." So he figured it out, and he said, "Thank you, no, thank you. Could you please get out of my house?" And it's been a thing. It's been a real thing, and I think I mentioned to y'all I was on the plane one time, and like Togo's in it, Togo, Mali, all of them. They like they have joined forces, and what Captain Ibrahim is about is uniting today's Africa and understanding how Africa is so powerful um, if they unite together. They don't have to rely on any outside forces. They've just been used to, and I feel that we as Americans, especially in the immediate situation that we are in at this moment, like panicking. Oh my God, we can't shop at Target. Oh my God, I can't go to McDonald's. Oh my God, I can't go to Chick-fil-A. Oh my God. Oh my God. When we don't need them. It's just convenient. And we've made it convenient for them because we spend money with them. Because we spend money to make them money. But then we act like we need them. No, 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 no. They need us. I want to remind you constantly that African American demographic is the number one consumer, really, in the world, but definitely in the United States. We spend over $1 trillion. We're the number one consumer. So these companies that's pulling back and whatever, our dollar, the dollar that we make, the cut of the dollar that we earn compared to our white counterparts, we spend most of that dollar and put it back into the GDP of this country. And as you see, they don't appreciate it. They act like they're doing us a favor. Well, yeah, you still shop here, but we won't recognize you. Are you kidding me? This is 2025. So that's why I encourage everyone. I make sure Lex, Cheryl, that's why I have put out a call, especially for this month, but really moving forward, going forward. I personally have been on this track for the last couple of years, making sure that my dollar goes back on the table of someone that looks like me. Because when I was in the car industry, other people didn't spend money with me. A white guy would come in, he would be polite, of course, and run me all over the place and all of this, and I'm calling, following up, and all of a sudden he has excuses. And then I find out a month or two later he came and bought, making sure he didn't run into me, came one a day I wasn't there and bought immediately from someone that looked like him. So we just need to follow the trend, and it's nothing really and truly, other cultures support each other. We act like supporting each other is like a bad thing. We, for us to become more of a stronger community and a forceful community, we don't realize how forceful we are. If we pull our dollars away, redirect our dollars, because that's the only thing they understand is money. So if we pull our dollars away in solidarity of this is not what we're going to take, and not to really get a reaction, but just make it reality. It is what it is. And then they have to figure it out instead of us coming to the rescue through our brains. Okay. I'm talking to you, Black women, no shade to the Black men, but the statistics are, Black women are the highest educated demographic. So they're getting so much resources from us, but we get the least respect. Okay. That was a little soapbox, but we're going to get back to Burkina Faso. Okay. Now, Burkina Faso, I'm going to tell y'all right from the jump, even though, and I'm a beach girl, even though they don't have beachfront, this nation, especially for Gen Zs and even millennials, right? An excellent choice to think about calling your home. Excellent choice, because you see in the leadership the fresh mind. Captain Ibrahim is not doing the typical thing. He is making moves like the sheik over in Dubai. 5 years, that place may be another Dubai, Africa Dubai, just in its growth and its stability. Now, this country has come from war. When they were sitting back, being, oh, we're poor. Oh, yeah, the white man is coming, the missionary, and and help us out, and they stayed in shit. They stayed in conflict, and every hey, Miss Regina, every leader that came in and wanted to do something, they assassinated it. So I want everyone to have a collective prayer, constant prayer, for Captain Ibrahim, to keep him safe, so nobody would try to take him out, because he's doing such great things at such a phenomenal pace. Folks don't like that. It'd be major haters. And when someone else is making someone else look bad because they're doing the same thing, and folks are looking at that person, the other person that's been BSing all these decades and promising and not fulfilling and giving excuses of why you can't. And, the people are like, okay, well, all of them are saying that we can't do XYZ. And then all of a sudden, some little kid comes and blows it away and makes it happen times 10. That's what's going on in Burkina Faso. So, Captain Ibrahim is only 36 years old. He is the youngest president in the world. And he is out there kicking and taking names. He is handling business, and he is not having anyone get in his way, and he's making massive change. I'm going to roll down what he's done so far. He's only been in office 2 years. Okay, so let's start off. As the president of the country, I'm going to give you all some numbers. The average African president makes about a buck 50 USD. And we have discussed how much the cost of living is. So if you're making a buck 50 and basically everything is free because you are the president, that's really like 300 grand, in how we look at money. So you're chilling. That's the salary of the president, and you get everything for free, right? So hit in Burkina Faso, the purse is 76,000 USD. That's what his salary, or purse they call, would have been. What he's told them when he went into office, no, I don't want it. I'm not going to take it. I don't want it. Keep my salary that I had. AC, thank you for coming on. I want to keep my salary as a captain, whatever that is. Much lower, of course. The average household income in Burkina Faso for like the regular man is less than $100 a month. And he would have been getting paid 75. That's so okay. So actually it's 70, like $75 a month, $75. So times that by 12. Okay, that's not even a grand. That's about $1,000 a year. His salary would have been 76,000 a year. So you see the difference, right? In where it would be in his stature and where the common man is. He didn't want that. So he said, no, I don't want my purse. Put it into the government. And what he also did, and he did by example, by putting his purse in, he asked the Burkina people a percentage of their pay, almost like taxes, put it back into the government so we can be a truly independent nation. And we can truly not go to the white man and ask them for a loan that we are indebted to, and they come and tell us what to do when they want to do it. He didn't play. And he's been in there 2 years. He came in when it was a mess. Well, the previous president was trying to clean it up, had the same type of mindset, but they took him out, right? But it was still unrest and everything. He came in with the unrest, with the uncertainty, with the threats on his life, and he has been able to pay whatever debt Burkina Faso had. Debt clean. And the GDP, when he came in 2 years ago, that was 2023, was at 18 million. Within 2 years, he took the GDP from 18 million to 22. Now it's going on 23 million. In 2 years, he 36. He took the GDP up. That's what I'm saying. Young people, folks are under 40, this is a prime area if you want to come in. And he is welcoming foreign investors to help the country. Not loans, not a give out. No. Because he and the president before him knew and realized that, guess what? We're not falling for the okie doke. We asking for money and getting loans he refused to take loans from the World Bank that, pretty much everybody is indebted to the World Bank. He wouldn't take a loan from the World Bank. He wouldn't take a loan from the IMF or the US. And from what I'm told, I don't know how true it is. It was one of the African folks that said he was invited to the inauguration and he was like, I'm good. He said, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm not trying to F with you. Not even the optics that we even kind of is friends. No. So he really don't F with the US and all of, the European. Now, also, he don't put France out. He said, get the hell out. Get to stepping. Because y'all were worthless. Y'all were making money with your military being here. And the only people that were getting hurt and attacked was our people. But you were supposed to be here to protect us and you didn't. But you were getting all of the resources and the money by being here. Get out of here. To the point where not one France, nothing is allowed in Burkina Faso. The French media, no. Air France plane, no. And I saw that real time. I was traveling back from the continent, not from Burkina Faso, and it was a layover in Paris or whatever. And it was this. I told y'all the story. It was this white guy sitting next to me. He was very nice, and he was part of an NGO. Don't sleep on them NGOs, y'all. That's where the money is. They want to act like the Peace Corps don't pay no money, but you don't never see us. You never see us in the Peace Corps and being project managers and being part of NGOs. Now, yeah. So he was part of some NGO, and he said that this wasn't Burkina Faso. I wouldn't say fleeing, but they were ordered to get out of, I think it was Mali. It was Mali. So, it's Mali, Togo, Burkina Faso that ain't messing with the French. Put they behinds out, y'all. Hey, YouTube. I gotta stay out of my people. Hey, Facebook Live. Yes, I always be bringing y'all the tea. Okay. So he's the youngest president. And let me tell you what he has done. Burkina Faso is definitely a hidden gem. I give it 5 handbags, African handbags. The capital is Ouagadougou. Okay, with an Odo. With an O. It's not spelled with a W, it's spelled with an O. Ouagadougou. Anyway. And so and since he has started, he has built factories. He has cleared the country's debt. He has raised the GDP $4 million. He's building schools because they are focusing on educating the future. What do you call people that will be the future talent of the nation. He is a very humble person. He never smiles. Okay, he's so fine. Sorry, Gloria, focus. Gloria, focus. Okay, focus. Sorry, my cougar just came out. Anyway, I am so silly tonight. I had some coffee. So, very, very humble, but very serious. He's about business. If you do go there, just like yesterday, you got to speak French. You have to see, yeah, it's a French speaking country. It's a French speaking country. Just to let y'all know that. So get your French on. Get your French on, okay? Um, Before he took over, it was a lot of instability and coups. Um, the foreign investments, uh, from the colonizers, he's like, I'm good. No, we don't need your money. We don't need your money. And what I was going back to say was him and um, the previous president. I forgot what his name was, but they realized all of Africa's riches. They're like, tell me something. We sitting over here, sitting literally, sitting on rocks that basically are made out of gold and diamonds, and turning around when the white man come and giving the diamonds and the gold and the iron ore and um, oh my gosh, hold on, the zinc and the uranium, every single resource, mineral resource is in Africa. But we asking somebody for some money. And the folks came in, the Europeans came in and convinced us that, yeah, that gold, we'll help you with it. Just gather it up and we will manufacture it for you. Yeah. And give you some money. And we'll take care of it. Thank you. We'll take care. Don't y'all worry about it. Captain Ibrahim said, nah, y'all not continuing that nonsense. So now, again, 2 years, 24 months, like nothing. He has started having Burkina Faso produce their own stuff. They're not giving it to Europe. That's what they were doing. They were giving unfiltered gold. Okay. They were giving unfiltered gold to Europe for Europe to process and sell. And then they were getting because they thought they couldn't do it on their own. So now he has set up a state of the art gold mine. He has also, because they had tomatoes that they grew there, and then they would send them out to get processed. And then the outside country would send them back to sell it back to them. He said, no, that won't be happening no more. So now they are the major exporters of the tomatoes. And he just added another tomato processing plant. So nothing's going, what he wants to avoid at all costs is having someone else handle their business. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. What else has he's built how he's doing this? Being in the military, understanding, he's just a smart guy, right? And I'm telling you, these Gen Zs are off the chain. They don't care. Okay. Some of them don't care. Some of them are just like weak, but some of the ones that don't care, they're forced to be reckoned with, right? So what he did through his military training and understanding the mindset of where people should be, but also understanding the mindset of where people are. He wanted to bring patriotism, patri- patriotism, right, to the country because it was so divided because, the French was up in there mixing, mixing, mixing. So what he was able to do, we're at 2 years. This is not like, okay, plus 2 years. No, he was able to establish a strength of patriotism. I'm not saying that right. Patriotism, right? Patriotism amongst the Burkina people. So he was able, as folks, I guess, in corporate America say, buy in from his people when before everyone was against each other. Because when the French was in there, kind of controlling in the military, everything was, divide and conquer. And when he came in, he was able to bring the people together and have the people really energized and proud of who they are and where they're from. And he did that quickly. So that's why he was able to get the buy-in. So everyone's like, okay, no problem. And then when he gave his own salary up, folks were like, okay, this is what he wants. We're going to also do it too. So they are supplying their own money and their own resources and everything. They're giving every single thing back into their own stuff. So he said, no problem. This is great. So what I'm going to do for you farmers, okay, he also set up a support for, where is it? He supported, so he also did a cotton plant. Okay, so the cotton, clothes, everything like that. So they got that down. And he added another cotton plant, but he also added a support center for local farmers because agriculture and agribusiness, anyone out there that graduated from BSU school or agriculture, any other agriculture school, there you go right there. You can invest and connect and do some things in Burkina Faso because they rely heavy on agriculture. They're not a beach town. They are landlocked. So they are getting all of their resources from the soil, right? So he established a support center for local farmers. And I share a lot of his stuff on, and I want to thank all of y'all, Africa Away people on the line. Yes, the Glow Tribe. Anyway, but I want to thank y'all for coming out full force. And hey, my YouTube people, shout out, jump in the chat for me. Jump in the chat for me because I know there's a lot of y'all there. Okay, when I get off, I'm like, oh my God, look all these people that was watching. So anyway, what he has done warms my heart. Everybody loves Captain Ibrahim. Okay, what he has done, additionally to support the farmers in agriculture, he has donated over 400 tractors and other equipment to help them with their with the agriculture growth in the country. Okay, he also, I didn't read too deep in it, but he has gone into partnership with electric car in Burkina Faso. Y'all have received, y'all got the, remember, because I share it all the time. I show all he's doing so much stuff, like week by week by week. He's doing something. He is, now he's not taking loan, but he is in partnership with Chinese, okay? Well, Chinese got their fingers all up in everything. But the only thing with the Chinese, from what people have shared with me, it's a difference. Chinese has their sorry about that. The Chinese has their fingers in um, a lot of Africa's infrastructure, because obviously they not stupid. They see the future of Africa, right? And the future is now, people. Future's now. We can't be sitting and hoping, and because it's crazy. Every time you turn on the TV, it's something crazy and crazier. So I don't know why. What? Please put in the chat if y'all are like sitting waiting on. I don't know. I'm so confused that we are. I don't want to say we should be in a panic, but it's very concerning that this country is being run the way it is. Just side note. But at the end of the day, I have my head so focused on making the change. I don't even care. I just don't. I hate to sound harsh, but that's what it is. But anyway, so what he also did, have to go back. So he gave up his salary, and then all of the preachers, hallelujah, and the people in parliament, he said, okay, y'all could still be, part of the parliament, but y'all getting your salaries cut 30% across the board. He said, will not be any riches in government. Let's be clear. It's not going to be any riches in government. We're here to serve the people in Burkina Faso and make it a powerful nation. So he cut the salaries of the folks in parliament and the preachers. Hallelujah. And but raised the salaries of the civil service workers 50%. So the common man can breathe a little, can live a little. And remember, minimum wage or the cost of living, Braquazi, hello, is 70 something dollars a month for the common man. So if you have civil service worker, raise the salary 50%, but lowered the government and the folks that be 30% to put just everybody in check. This is what we doing. Let's level the playing field here so we can be about our business. Is there a problem? So anyway, so keep him in prayer, because folks don't like that. They like the pocket money and the corruption, and don't tell me what to do, and I don't care who's poor. That's their problem. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to have 8 wives and 20 kids and live in the palace and all of this and travel all over. He's not doing that. So when you have that mindset, you turn a place into a Dubai or a Doha. That's what Sheikh did. He didn't do like Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is still a whole bunch of sand and hot and looks depressing with all the money and oil in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is just horrible. Dubai came, 50 years later, and Dubai is the bomb. You never hear anybody saying, oh, I'm going on vacation to Saudi Arabia. Nah, because the top kept the money and wouldn't give it throughout, and it will show. So all I see are just phenomenal things for Burkina Faso. So I don't want anybody to sleep on Burkina Faso. If anybody has interest in investment, a place to invest in a business, I would go there. Not like a home, but in business. If you have a construction business, that is one of the professions they need. They need engineers and they need construction. So, the building, the global, everything. I'm telling you, if he's doing this in 2 years, could you imagine how Burkina Faso is going to be in the next 2 years to 3 years? It's going to be mind blowing. And Captain Ibrahim, has now put on the forefront globally because he's just not liked with his people and liked in the continent. He is loved globally. Like I'm in my territory and I'll run into other Black Americans and we start talking about Africa, and we may bring up, or I may bring up Captain Ibrahim, and they know who he is, and everybody has just raving reviews. So he is known globally of the direction of the new Africa that we are blessed to be a part of if we want to be. This is what he's establishing. He is not going with the status quo. He is focused on taking Africa, not just Burkina Faso, but the collaborative Africa to the next level. Y'all need to see that. 36 years old, youngest president in the world. Africa always has the first and the only and the smartest and the this and the that. And we still sit back and worry about what the white man gonna do for us. You gotta stop. We have so much, not potential. It's been there because people learn from the stuff that we teach them directly and indirectly. But we have less confidence in ourselves than what people see in us. Anyway, don't let me get on my soapbox. Okay, so I told you about, yes, he leads by example. He paid the local debt off. Anybody have any questions? Thank y'all again for jumping on to the hour of power. Make sure y'all sharing is caring. I always forget that. Sharing is caring. Please hit that share button. Please hit that like button. And my people on YouTube, sister working hard, please hit that subscribe button and share and like. We are on. I come on every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Also, if you are thinking about Repatriate and you don't know what to do, definitely hit the link in the description box. There is a 12-month step-by-step guide that I have put together through research and my journey to help you. Hi, Epic Motivation. Welcome. Where are you from? Where are you from? So let's get into the nitty gritty. The last 15 minutes, that's when we start getting into the nitty gritty. Okay. So again, Burkina Faso is renewed, just optimizing the renewed vision of what Africa is, being a totally free city. It is an investment hub. That's what Captain Ibrahim would like. Hi, Columbus, Ohio, in the house. Thank you. Yes, investment hub. This is a place where you want to be a millionaire. Oh my God. In the next 5-10 years, you want to be a millionaire. Invest in Burkina Faso. Like, I am so serious. So serious. It's there. And he's going at such a speed. I'm telling you. Okay. So to get there, cost of living, that's what we're getting into right now. Blanco, calm down. Even Blanco excited. Calm down. So, all right. Of course, you do need a visa to get there. Of course, let me see. Really good news coming out of the Satchel. They are standing. Yes, they standing on business, honey. He and his people standing on business. They don't put the white folk. They told the French, get out of here. Don't you dare come back. And if we see an Air France plane, it's going to be a situation. But okay. So the housing, love it. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that the capital. No, I told you that the capital is Ouagadougou, but it's not a W, it's a O. Okay, Ouagadougou, right? So the housing. Get ready for this. Okay, my people, my folks that work remotely. The folks that can work remotely. That's what y'all need to focus on. And I share it. Epic Motivation, if you're on YouTube, anyone that's on YouTube that's listening to me, we give so much resources on Facebook as part of the group Africa Awaits Travel and Repatriation. Join that group because you get so much information. So for the folks I have shared, and it's a young lady that I see in a short, she gives work at home or remote work. And also, if you can check out on YouTube, there's a young lady, a Black young lady. Her name is Delilah, and she does only remote work. Try to get jobs with her or them through them so you can take, again, we can live the American dream, honey. We can live the American dream. We are the first in line by default because we walking around with that blue passport. That blue passport is worth what Bitcoin is worth right about now, about 105,000. Like really more than that. Because for an investment of $150, you can be free and travel anywhere in the world you want on that American passport. Other countries don't have that luxury. That American passport, when I'm on the line, I just love to mess with people. And when I'm on the customs line or whatever, and we're all standing there waiting, I'm kind of looking around to see what passports other people got. And I purposely pull out my U.S. passport. Honey, is that a flex? Put in the chat. Do y'all pull out your American passport as a flex? Bam. Okay. That's a flex. That's the real flex. We don't understand that because usually we go to the Caribbean, stuff like that. But when you travel internationally and you have that blue book, honey, they stand to attention for real. I don't know what it is, but they do. Okay, so let's go to housing. If housing for 1 bedroom, city center, Ouagadougou, okay? A 1 bedroom is 150, and we're talking about USD. Everything is USD, right? So it's 150 to $350. That's like average. City center. That's city center. That's not outskirts. $150 to $350. If you want to be just chilling and living high and mighty, your apartment One bedroom is $300 to $800. So with that price, more than likely it's furnished, done, housekeeper, all of that stuff. If it's in that price range and you're in the city. If you are in the outskirts and just want to really just be part of the culture for real, you can get an apartment for uh, 80 to $200. 80 to $200 a month. $80 I just spent at Kroger and I got 3 bags. $80 got you for a month. Okay. Utilities, and the utilities include water, electric, gas, water, electric, gas, cooling, heating, cooling. Typical utilities. That'll set you back about $50 to $150. So, okay, so we talking about one person, right? One person. Let's do on the high end that you just chilling. You're chilling. 150. If you're one person, you're not going to be spending $150 in utilities. That's like for a family of 4 or 5. So say 50 plus like a mid-range between 3 and 800 is like 500. So that's 550. 550. 550. And you have your and this is in Burkina Faso. Yes, thank you. That's Burkina Faso. 550 for living in the city center in a nice apartment, furnished, probably has a housekeeper, and your utilities. 550. Okay. If you live outside, it would be half of that. So it would be 300. Okay. Food. Okay. The local food, depending on if you get it local or it's imported. Imported is packaged goods or like cheese. But his goal is to have everything in-house. Everything in-house. So everything in-house is usually cheaper, right? But still, even with that mix, food for one person, $100 a month. $100 a month to 200 for family. All right. Dining, if you want to go out and eat, as little as $1 to go out and eat. And I could attest to that because when I would be in Kenya, I always refer to Kenya because that's all I pretty much know. When I used to go and have breakfast, I would think that I'm saving money eating. What time is it? 9:55. I would think that I'm saving money by going buy groceries. But by the time I could have gone and had breakfast. I could have had, because their breakfast is kind of typical. So you would have a samosa. I would have 2 samosas, avocado juice or like a tamarind or passion juice, a coffee or a tea, and a omelet, an egg omelet. They call it a Spanish omelet because it has the peppers in it, and that would come to like $3. And I had all of that food and drink and coffee. So what? So $1, yeah, for like street food or whatsoever. You sit and whatever, $1 to $8 for local dining. If you go out and you go in, to a real nice restaurant or whatever. Nico, hi. Yes. Yes, thank you. Captain Ibrahim is the bomb. You should see the folks, my Facebook people. My YouTube people be knowing what's going on with Captain Ibrahim. Okay. So dining, if you want to go out to a nice restaurant, whatever, $10 to $30. If you want transportation, a bus in Burkina Faso, transport to everything at this level. That's why I am encouraging anyone that this is a move. And 3 years from now, talking about chilling, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Talking about entry level, you right here, blowing up. 3 years, you're a millionaire. You're a millionaire for real. The bus, 30 cents to 50 cents. A monthly pass for the bus, for the transportation. And of course, they probably have border borders and stuff like that. It's $10 to $20. A taxi, 50 cents to $2, depending on where you're going, right? Okay, so let's talk about healthcare. Everyone from the US always talks about healthcare. Oh my gosh. How about if I get, I can't get sick over there. Y'all, don't y'all have African doctors here? Like, we're just so brainwashed to think that nothing is better than the United States. When they're building more cancer centers in the United States because everybody poisoned than regular hospitals. In Atlanta, it's all of these, a proton and all of these cancer. Arthur Blank has this big cancer. It's like it looks like a hospital, but it is a housing facility for families of cancer patients. Why do we have cancer at the rate we do when we're supposed to be in such a advanced medical society? But everybody's sick. Everybody on pills. So when you get over, and what I experienced, when you get over to the continent, because what is the root of why we sick is what we putting in our bodies. It's the food. But when you go over to the continent, you don't have the pesticides and the chemicals and all. Everything is right out the ground. You eat a chicken. I went to a restaurant and I asked them, they was cutting up the chicken and stuff. And I said, oh, when did y'all kill the chicken? Like yesterday, they said, no, this morning. This was in a restaurant. Everything is fresh. If you're on the water, if you're on the coast, you see the fishermen come in. You're sitting on the beach. They come up to you and ask you, do you want this lobster? Do you want this white snapper that just came out the ocean? Not that came out, transported, frozen, this, preserved, all of this. And by the time it gets to you, it's been like 3 weeks. No. So you start looking a different way. Other countries having cancer at the rate the U.S. is. But, it's always a concern. Well, I don't want to get sick over there. But your doctor, more than likely, is Indian, African, whatever. And they're doing a great job, right? So, anyway, healthcare, he wants accessible to everyone, right? So with public health care is accessible, and like to see someone that's like between $5 and $10, right? If, of course, we being who we are, we would like private health care. So private health care can vary for a visit, $30 to $50. This is without insurance. And if you want a specialist, it's, 50 to 100. And a hospital stay is like 100 to 200. And this is not just a room. I got my D done and it was like, I was in the hospital 3 days and it was $70,000. And I was in the hospital 3 days. The hospital itself, I kept getting all these bills and I'm like, whoa. And then they were like, oh no, that's just the doctor's bill. That's not the hospital. Well, that's the hospital bill, but that's not your room bill. It's like $1,300 a night to stay in a hospital room. It's crazy. And don't get an aspirin. They charge you $18 for an aspirin. But anyway, so they encourage, what time is it? Sorry, we're going over. We're going to go over like 3 minutes. I'll almost be done, y'all. I'll almost be done. Thank y'all for hanging in there and being part of the hour of power. Because what? Knowledge is power, and what? Africa is power. All right. So health, they encourage health insurance. Guess how much health insurance is? $20 to $50 a month. And you don't have to worry about the $50 and $100 because insurance, health insurance is $20 to $50 a month. Okay. Education for your kids. Anybody, since I had shared that folks under 40 definitely should make this a target. What's this? Deirdre, hello, welcome. Right, coming on at the end. You definitely see the playback. Yes, so education, public education is cheap or free, but you know what comes with that, right? Private education is for primary school is $300 to $1,200 per year for private school. Per year, not per month. I thought it was per month when they first said it. I was like, oh, that's not bad. Per year. High school is $500 to $1,500 per year. Now, y'all won't be fancy, because we from the West and all of this. So we can't, just go to a private school. We got to go to the international school where the expats and the elite go. Now that you're going to get with the big boys, right? But still nothing close to what we would pay for just a regular private school here. So if you want to put your children in the international schools, they go between $3,000 and $12,000 a year, depending on what school and what grade they are. And still, that's nothing, right? So other things like entertainment, the internet is really, the internet and communication. LaQuessa, welcome, is really, really growing. So they are dependent on that for communication. And that's about $30 a month for you to have internet. And that's about average about how much internet is. A lot of the local people use data. And that can go from like $1 to whatever, depending on how much data you use for the month. What else? Entertainment, if you want to go out. Like I said, to go to a restaurant, go someplace nice for the evening, it's like $20, $50 a month. If you want to go and have your entertainment budget. And when you do go out, drinks are between $2, the most $10 when you do go out. Okay. Clothing, $10 to $30. And, everyone makes the clothes there. So you have the authentic, custom made clothes. A lot of clothes on the continent in different places are not off the rack. You get a tailored made outfit. Just something to think about. Tailor made. You don't have to worry about fitting in. They make your clothes and it's $10 to $20. Now, if you want to go and get something more internationally, and internationally is more than likely going to be off the rack, it's going to be more money. So, you get local, and, local is also clothing and furniture. Craftsmen, there's still craftsmen that will hand carve furniture, and cost is dirt cheap, instead of, because I know it's like Ashley Furniture there, instead of getting some Ashley Furniture stuff, you can have indigenous hand carved from the area, from artisans. It's still going on, right? So, what else? So, if you have a nanny, because usually most people do, okay, nannies are about $100 to $300 per month, depending on how many kids you have, if the nanny lives in or travels, per month, not per week, per month, not per day, per month. You can have a nanny. And with all of those support services, you can really flourish and do what you need to do. Because what are we doing here? We get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get our kids ready, get our kids to the daycare. That, if there's a holiday or whatever, the daycare closed. So what are we going to do with our kids? And we still got to pay the full 200 or 300 or whatever daycare costs. Thank God I don't have small kids no more. But I didn't go to work specifically because I could not afford daycare. So I just was a housewife. No flex. I was just a housewife by necessity because I just could not bring myself to dropping my child, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, dropping my child off somewhere at 7 o'clock, and the child being there all day and paying $200. And that was like 30 years ago. I had them in like little program here, and it was still $150. My daughter's 32. Childcare has never been cheap unless you got Big Mom in them, and I didn't have that. Okay, so it's very expensive. So you would have a live-in nanny, not a babysitter that come by, a live-in nanny that's there like 8 to 12 hours a day, $100 to $300 a month. $300 a month. She probably watching 4 kids. Okay. And she probably cook, clean, the whole nine. All right, with the $300. And if you are a family of 4, housing for a family of 4, modest living could be $800 to $1,500. Okay, for a 4-bedroom house. If you really want to chill, $1,500 to $3,000, and this is cost of living. This is total cost of living, including housing. Hold on. I'm sorry. Facebook. My phone was getting hot. It'd be like, okay, heifer, it's been an hour. Yeah, so cost of living for a family of 4, if you want to chill, 1,500, $3,000. If you want to be elite, and you got that money, you got that nice pension money or that military check that come in every month, you and your wife got retirement and the military check, y'all bringing in like 10 grand US. That's how you live. That's how you can live the American dream internationally. Money here, live it there. Talking about playing chess and not checkers. See, they playing checkers with us now. We got to do some chess moves, honey. We all stressed out about what Orange Crush is saying and do you think I care? Absolutely not. Absolutely, I care about my kids, and hopefully they take heed and follow. But do you think I care if he wants to implode this country and make it a third world country by the time he get out of office? Absolutely not. So we can live that American dream internationally. Okay. So how to make the money while you there, and then we're going to close it out because I have run y'all, and I thank y'all so much for your time. Healthcare, they need doctors, nurses, all of that. They need healthcare consultants because since they are building and they need investment, not only financial investment, but they need guidance on things to build, to do, fresh minds to take it in another direction. So not only healthcare as we know, but healthcare for the future. So consultants, right? Then, as usual, as always, education. Education is key. They try to keep it from us, saying that it's not important, but on every single list when I research it, they need teachers. And teachers that's out there, y'all will find a renewed love for your craft, because I am so sorry that this country has made it that they don't respect what you bring to the table. Teachers teach doctors how to be doctors, but who gets paid the least and the most? When a teacher got to teach the doctor how to be a doctor, but that teacher gets paid 1/3 of what the doctor could make. Right? So, anyway, teachers, and you can teach in the classroom, you can teach, and again, at those, if those international schools are getting 5 grand a pop, 10 grand a pop, you getting paid well. You can teach at the international school, the children, it's a whole different vibe. And but if you don't want to, be in physical contact, you can always do tutoring online. That's big. I know several people that one of their supplement incomes are they do English tutoring online for different countries while they live in other countries. Right. So that's that. And then educational consultants. So where, what universities or different, schools, academies will be placed and do, and um what lines of what is it, industries. So since they have a young population, they will need a consultant to help build on that. So educational consultants, all y'all administrators out there, they need you. Teachers, they need you. Even if you're not a teacher, they need people, because English is a global language, to teach English to especially the students all international schools need English teachers or people that know how to speak English. You have your degree, you know how to speak English. Okay. Agriculture, big, and agribusiness. So anyone that's in that line of work. So I mentioned, it's HBCU. I believe Virginia State is considered a HBCU, but I know that they have an outstanding agricultural program that people really don't even think about or look or think that is important. But it's more important if you are thinking about living abroad. That can be just a mind goal for you, and you really love what you do. Um, because here, unfortunately, everything's so quick, fast process. What you're really taught in in the agricultural side is really not practiced. But if you are in another country, you know the farming and all of that, you really could take advantage of that. And finance and banking, because since the country is growing and the money, financial investors or investment bankers and financial planners, because people, they are welcoming investors to build this country. Burkina Faso, definitely tell your friends, get on the train for this Burkina Faso and this leadership. That's the key, is the leadership. And uh, Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing it and doing it well. And also, last but not least, connect with an NGO if you know that industry. An NGO. An NGO is non-governmental organization. So when you hear people talk about the Peace Corps, this or that, you think, oh, that's volunteer. A lot of it's not. And they get paid well. So check in the NGOs. But put in the chat, y'all, before we leave, who going to Burkina Faso? We got to do that trip for 2026. Put in the chat if y'all want to do Burkina Faso, because we're doing so many trips. Forgot to tell y'all, we're doing Ghana. So DM me if who wants to go to Ghana, because we have to, it's limited spaces. Ghana, October. Seychelles, the end of November. Botswana, that's of 2025. Botswana, March of 2026. Lesotho is up in the air. But we got to hit Lesotho. We got to hit Namibia, and Burkina Faso is in 2026. So put in the chat or DM me which countries you are interested in going. And again, go in the chat, and everyone that is on the live, and my gift to y'all is whoever has stayed on the live to the end, DM me, and I will send you a step-by-step guide of international travel. I don't want to do itinerary of Burkina Faso because it's not there yet, and that's not tourism. Duh, they're gonna want tourism, but they're not there yet. So put in the chat if you would like the 10 best hacks to international travel, and also definitely it's to help you on your way to repatriation is the 12-month step-by-step repatriation guide is right there in the description, or DM me. All right, y'all. I want to thank y'all so much for being patient, staying longer. We went 20 minutes over, but it was such good stuff. I knew I had like 8 pages. Had 8 pages of notes. So tomorrow I will announce. I'm not sure. I'm trying to decide which country I'm going to do tomorrow, but I will see y'all tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all so much. My Glow Tribe at Africa Awaits, Travel and Repatriation, and my YouTube 50 Shades of Glow, the lifestyle of 50 plus and fabulous. I want to thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great evening. Y'all take care. Bye.